Okay, this will probably bother some people because my hair is messy. But we're not here to please people, we're here to free people of the horrible things that we say to ourselves, that I say to myself, that you probably say to yourself. As a creative person in this world, it is very easy to look at people that are doing what we could call normal things. And we're not saying that with any angst toward normal people, but you get what I'm saying. You're interested in stuff that the average person doesn't seem to care too much about. And you're probably like really sensitive and hard on yourself. And when you do stuff, it doesn't always work out the way you wanted it to. And you have high expectations and standards for yourself. And you just don't really meet them very often. And even if you do, you don't give yourself the pat on the back that you deserve for all the effort and the work that you put in. You know, I'm an artist here and I've been successfully making a living as an artistic person, be it through, you know, video content creation, be it through a little bit of music here and there, doing stuff for other people, doing stuff for myself. And I've been doing that for 2 years. And to my younger self, I would say like that's a huge success. Like we've done it, you know, we've got the freedom, we've got the flexibility, we got the cash in the bank. But then there's another voice that comes in and says, oh, you could have more. Or, yeah, but you're not like this guy. You're not like that person. Like you're 29, this is how far you've got, but they're 24 and look at them. So there's this constant comparison game that I play with myself, that you probably play with yourself. And this channel is not about being perfect. We're trying to be honest here. And that's terrible for business a lot of the time, you know, because I'm not positioning myself as the expert. And, you know, I am an expert at certain things, but I'm always learning at the same time. And I'm definitely not an expert at being a human, which is why there's an angle grinder going. Okay, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely far from an expert human, but I think it's helpful for me to share it to the camera because this is what I say to myself. This is what I've been saying to myself. And I know other people on the other side of the screen need to hear it too because, you know, you're always resonating with what I share here. But this is something that I think you really need to tap into. And it's recognizing that just because you're not where you want to be doesn't mean that you're bad. For the longest time, people would ask me, oh, how is your music going? Or how is this going? Or how is the channel going? Or how is the business going? And my mind would immediately jump to all the things that were wrong with my music, all the things that were wrong with my creative endeavors. And I realize now like how horrible I was being to myself. It was such a disservice to myself and all the effort and the work that I put in and all the skills that I had acquired, all of the time spent in like the studio or just coming up with ideas and trying things. You know, people would say, how's the music going? And I would say, oh, well, you know, like it hasn't blown up. Like we didn't get as many views or streams as we wanted on that song. Which, that may be true. You know, it's okay to want those things. But a more productive way of answering that question, if I realize it now in hindsight, and how I answer that question now is, it's going really well. Like the music's going really well. I just put out a new song. It's the best piece of work I've ever created, in my opinion. It's reached, you know, let's say 400 people. But that doesn't matter. That's all secondary. You know, that's not really within my control. But what is in my control is making good music and then doing my best to promote it with, you know, comedy sketches or whatever I decide to do. You can see all that, by the way, on like my Instagram and TikTok and my music channel. But it's about recognizing what I'm doing rather than recognizing what hasn't happened yet. Because the person that, you know, has, say, like 1 million monthly streams is the person that kept on doing good work and kept on creating good music. And the main difference is luck between someone who's really good and really bad on the external world, we could say. And by that I mean, you can have the best video or the best music, but if it doesn't, you know, get lucky at some point and reach a lot of people, then you're not going to have what we call success in, you know, that external sense. And I've seen this time and time again with my own work. Like I have a video right now on this channel. It's called, oh, the hair in my mouth. I have a video on this channel. It's called The Reason People Don't Like You. And I made that video a few years ago and I uploaded it to a different channel at one point in time. And it got about 100 views. So I re-uploaded it to this channel with like a couple of minor changes, and then now all of a sudden YouTube's been recommending it to a lot of people. So now 120,000 people, give or take, have seen it. And it seems to be helping people. And that's just sheer luck. Like, it's not a better video now than it was 3 years ago when I first made it or whenever I made it. And at the time you could have asked me, oh, how's that new video going? And I could have said, oh, it's only reached 100 people. And yeah, that's true. But what else is true? It was a piece of work I was happy with. Maybe like one person thought it was great of the 100 people that watched it and they left a comment. That's pretty good. Why am I not focusing on that? Why am I saying, oh, it didn't go viral? Yesterday I made a video on Instagram and I uploaded it and I thought it was a nice video. And I checked in later on and it only had like 10 likes or something. And I thought to myself, oh, I suck, like people don't like it. People don't like the music. But then I opened my phone and I got a text from someone who's like literally said, she's quoted my lyrics to me and said, I'm really enjoying this song, which is a song I released on my first album like 5 years ago. But instead my mind is like, oh, but Instagram's not blowing up. Oh, YouTube's not blowing up. Meanwhile, there's someone there who's literally saying, I love your music. And they're literally saying that. It's not just a like on a photo or a like on a reel. It's literally a person saying, I've been listening to your music and it's been entertaining me or benefiting me. But instead I say to myself, oh, I suck because I haven't gone viral. Like how rude of me to me. Like, are you doing this to yourself? You probably are, because you're a human just like I am. And it's just ridiculous that we're just so focused on how we're not where we want to be and we don't pay attention to how we actually are. And it's how you are in each and every moment that leads you to where you want to be. It's a compounding effect. So maybe I release 10 songs and maybe they're not like the best songs ever, or maybe some of them are really great, but they don't have the luck factor. So what do I need to do? Well, I need to be consistent, because that's going to increase my odds of getting luck, which is going to increase my odds of having that external reward that I am seeking. And yeah, it's, external rewards aren't going to make me happy and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But you know what? It's still nice to have external rewards. Like, it's nice to not have a boss telling me what to do. It's nice that I can just come out here and set up a camera and talk to you, and this is actually part of, the work that I do. It's part of what I call my purpose here, to create things and hopefully it looks nice and sounds okay. And maybe the video doesn't pop off, and that's fine, because the next one might. And if that doesn't, then the next one might. And if none of them do, it doesn't even matter, because I'm still showing up and doing my best to create something and share something worthwhile. You or me being a dick to myself or yourself and saying, oh, you haven't got that goal achieved yet, so sorry, not getting any kudos from me. Like, what are the odds that you're actually going to give yourself kudos when you do get to the goal if you're not giving yourself kudos on the way? Because I've achieved a lot of goals that I set out to achieve, and it didn't really matter as much as I thought that it would. And what I'm learning is that, yeah, it's great to achieve things and to make progress and to realize that I'm actually doing good stuff, but that stuff's fleeting. That stuff won't happen every day. But what can happen every day is I can give myself a pat on the back and recognize the effort that I'm putting in and the integrity in what I'm doing. And that's the type of stuff that is going to keep me going on a daily basis. It's not just about embracing the highs, but it's about recognizing the inevitable suck that is going to happen from time to time too. Stuff's going to flop that I think should do amazing. And, I just need to ride with it. And rather than getting down on myself and telling other people that I failed because my song didn't pop off, it's like, no, I didn't fail because my song didn't pop off. If anything, I failed because I stopped believing in myself because my song didn't pop off. So every time something doesn't work now, I think to myself, okay, not going to get too bogged down in that. Maybe take some lessons or learnings, like this worked, that didn't work, and then apply that to the next thing and keep on persisting and keep on showing up. Yeah, the fans might be there when things are going well, but if they're not, if the algorithms aren't working in your favor and there's nobody there to cheer you on, what are you going to do? Are you going to just stop? Or are you going to be your own cheerleader? As cheesy as that sounds. Okay, links in the description to lots of resources and my other platforms down there. Also check out this video, which is the reason people don't like you video. You might like that. Have a beautiful day.